Hi guys, good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm? Is I'm audible guys? Hello.
We can hear you, sir.
Right. Okay. Thank. So guys, in the last session, we have just completed 3 demo sessions. I think all of you have attended the last 3 classes. Even if you missed the yesterday's class, no worries, because we are just started with only basic implementation only, just a basic. We didn't started with any implementation also, guys. A very basic level operation only we started, like how to install the Power BI. First of all, what is Power BI? Power BI is a data visualization software from Microsoft. Why should I go for a visualization? Even that also I discussed in the last couple of classes. So these are the some of the things which we discussed in the last session, guys. And apart from that, I also have discussed about what are the different types of files we are going to use, what type of sources we are going to use. Just give me a second. Let me review the last class once again. Yeah. So this is the last session file we discussed about this, guys. Just please be online, guys. I'll be back. Right. Let's continue. So mainly I have explained about like whenever you want to create any visuals, first what we have to do is we have to get the data. From where you are getting the data, that source of data is nothing but what we call it as a data source. They are called as a data source, guys. So in second generation reporting tool, like in second generation reporting tool, like SSRS, if you see, there is only 10 to 15 different type of sources only they can connect, guys. But whereas Power BI can connect almost all to somewhere around 200 different type of data sources it can connect, guys. There are so many different type of sources are there, but majority of them we are going to work with, which we are going to work is, guys, files, database systems, and cloud. Mainly, we are going to cover these 3 storages we are going to cover, guys. So files means like CSV files, Excel sheets, JSON files, XML files. These are some of the files, guys. As you know that, right? CSV will have an extension of a .csv. Excel sheet will have an extension as which is going to be .xlsx or .xls. .json will have a .json file will be there. .xml file will be there. Like that, we have a different files will be there. You know, a file, guys. File is available in your system. Directly, we can have a file. But problem here is, guys, they are very small size only they can support. Hardly some KBs to MBs of data. But advantages is, guys, I can share the files very easily. In the last class, I've shared you some files, guys. And to open these files, we don't require any specialized softwares. If you want to open a CSV file, normal notepad is sufficient, guys. You can open with a normal notepad. Excel file, we have to read Excel software. In everyone system, we have Excel software. JSON XML files, these also we can open with a normal notepad. You can open it, guys. So you don't require any specialized softwares are not required. Coming to database systems, like we have Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, MySQL, PostgreSQL. We have a Teradata, IBM Informix is there, IBM DB2 is there. So many databases are there. So advantages is large volumes of data, maybe some GBs to TBs of data, but not that much easy to share, and some specialized extra softwares and extra expertise is also required. Simple, if I give you one backup file, you should know how to use that backup file. Without knowing that, you cannot restore it. And coming to the cloud, like Azure, AWS, GCP, etc. So advantage is centralized location. Anywhere you can move, you need not to carry your data. It is centralized location. But it is little bit expertise. Expertise is required and some costlier also, guys. We have to pay the money to them. We don't get it free of cost. So these are the some of the examples which just in the last class what we discussed about that. And just I have shown how to import the data from CSV files how to import the data from Excel sheets. If anyone has joined for the today's class, guys, so just 3 classes has been happened. So don't worry. Just we are in the very basic level only. We have been started with them. And in the last class, I have already just have saved the file. So no worries. You can install the Power BI software. You can get the last 3 recording videos also. No need to worry about. So I downloaded the Power BI desktop version, guys. Latest version is June update. July update was not released. Somewhere around 15th to 20th, there will be an update will be released in the July also. So you can open a new blank report here like this, guys, or else you can open the last class file also. I can open it, guys, batch 9:30am.pbx file. So this is your what we can say the Power BI file, guys, .pbix. What we can see that. And last class we imported some data also, guys. See there. Again, I'll show you today how to import the data from a CSV file or an Excel sheet. We can import it, guys. So if you can see among these 6 tables I imported here, there are going to be 4 tables. I think I imported from Excel sheet. 2 tables I have imported from a CSV file. So importing is very easy in Power BI, guys. See, we have an option called as a get data. Simple, we have the option is there. What type of source you are looking for? I'm looking for a text or a CSV file or Excel workbook or whether it is a SQL server. As I said that no, guys. Or else we can have a little bit more options are also available, guys. See there how many different options are there? Files. Files are very few in numbers, guys. Just hardly there are 8 options will be there. But go to database, guys. 30, 40 databases are available, guys. See there. We are having a SQL server, analysis services, Oracle, DB2, Informix, IBM Netza, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Sybase, Terabyte, Teradata, SAP HANA. Lot of databases. Cloudera, Impala, Google, Glib, BigQuery. We are having a Snowflake is there. Hyperion Space is there. Amazon, which is going to be Athena, is going to be there. Like that, so many different type of databases, guys. Like that, if you want, we can work with Azure related storages are there. As I said that no, blob storages are there. And we are having some kind of a SQL server databases are there. These are all going to be some of the, what we can call it as the Azure, the cloud-based storages, what we can say, guys. And even there are so many online services. There are so many other services are there. Almost all 200 plus services are there, guys. Approximately to 200, we have the services. So these many services which the Power BI can support. But if you go for the previous generation systems, guys, previous generation means we are having the SSRS. It can support only hardly it is going to be somewhere around, which is around only somewhere around 10 to 15 it can connect, guys. Not more than that, it can't connect it. Okay, so that is the one what I have explained in the last class. And importing the data is very easy, guys. Select the file type if you want. Text or a CSV file, I'll select in, guys. Click on connect. That's it. Just click on connect. So what is your file you want to select it? I have a lot of files are there. I said that I'll be sharing all these files to you later. That means just 1 or 2 days, I'll share you all these files later. But for the timing, I'm importing some data sets, guys. Like, can you see some data set related to some mushrooms data set or some medals.csv file, guys, or medals by country underscore 2016.csv file. Just a very small data set, guys, a very small data set. Hardly it is containing the medals, the number of medals the countries has won in some particular sports event in a year 2016. So we don't know what is that information, but United States has won 67 bronze medals, golds 137, silver is 52. Germany 67, 47, 43. Just simply click on the load, guys. Data is going to be gets loaded here now. That's it. Very easy, guys. Very easily we can load the data, guys. Getting the data is very easy. See there. Immediately data will come here now. You can see medals by country 2016. Do you want to see the data? Here we have a left hand side. We have something called as a table view. You go to the table view and select in, guys. We can see the data here now. What data you imported, you can see that particular data here, guys. Got it? So that is the way how basically we can work with this importing of data. Importing is very easy, guys. That too from a file is very easy. Just select the file location. What is the file name and where it is located? If you just specify that, that is sufficient, guys. Simple, it can import the data. It can read the data and that is stored into the Power BI here now. That is what basically we have done this particular example, guys. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be the one what we have been that is going to be what we have been done here, guys. So that is the basic idea about that. Okay. So this is going to be just a minute. Right. So that's it, guys. This is the way how we can import the data like this, guys. Right. Fine. So that is going to be how we can import the data. So we can see this is the data importing what I said that. Okay. So coming to the next discussion, guys. So as I said that data was imported is fine. But how to, we don't create the visuals immediately, guys. We don't start with the visualization immediately. First of all, the first thing we have to do is, guys, transforming the data. So as I said that, I explained you in the last class, just I didn't started with, but you can see the examples, guys. So let me explain you what do you mean to say transformation. So transformation is nothing but we have to transform the data, guys. Why? Because the data is in completely raw format. Sometimes we have to do some transformations. What do you mean to say transformation means? Sometimes it can be anything, guys. Any changes to the data which we imported, we have to modify them. Sometimes it can be we can add up some columns, guys. We can add up some new columns, or we can remove some columns. We can do some of the columns which we don't require, remove the columns. Whenever you want to transform something, modify the data in the column, something like this. For example, modification means like some data was there. Guys. In the data, generally when the customers enters the name, everyone won't enter the data in the same case. For some person, maybe there is a column is there, name of a customer. So how the name was there, guys? Let us say that G Vamsi Krishna. This is my name. So this is the name which I entered. Some other person has entered completely G, which is going to be Vamsi like this. K remaining lowercase. One person has entered G Vamsi Krishna completely in the lower case. Somebody has entered the data like in a mixed case they have entered, guys. They have been completely mixed case, K, R, I, S, H, N, A, completely in a mixed case. But in reporting, we cannot give the data like this, no, guys. In the reporting, we can't give the data like this, guys. That's why what we have to do is convert this into some common case. Maybe all of them into capital case you convert, or all of them into lower case, or this is what we call it as capitalize each and every word. So modify can be anything, guys. It's not that only it should be uppercase, lowercase only. It can be anything, we can modify them. That is what the modifying is going to talks about that. So lot of changes. I cannot explain now itself, but any kind of a transformations we have to do, guys. That means according to the report requirement, we have to make the changes as you require. We can do the changes, guys. Okay. So as you know that these are going to be the changes what we have to do that. So for this, we have to use a tool called as, which is nothing but what we call it as another tool called as which is going to be what we call it as a Power Query, guys. This is what we can call it as Power Query. I think some of you have already completed this portion, guys. I think last 3 classes we planned a demo. Some people who are already completed. So we have to just wait for one more day, guys. So today we'll complete of the introduction to Power Query. Tomorrow we can start with them. So if anyone has completed already this today's class, what are the Power Query introduction class? If you want, we can skip the class for today, guys. Otherwise, you can listen the class. It is just like a recapping of the session only. Okay. Tomorrow we'll start with the main Power Query options, guys. Today I'm repeating the same topic, what we discussed in the last class. Okay. So coming to the Power Query or Power Query editor, what we call it as. Mainly, what is the purpose of this, guys? Mainly to transform the data. A dedicated tool or a dedicated environment where we can edit, where we can transform the data very easily, simply by using some GUI based. No need to write any query, no need to write any logic. I'll show you, guys. In second generation reporting tools, if you want to do that, everything we have to write in a coding base. We have to write the code like an SSRS. But here no coding is required, guys. Directly there is some menu options will be there. Just we have to go for that options. How do you do that, guys? How do you do that, guys? So in the home ribbon, directly we have an option called as, which is going to be nothing but we directly have the option, guys. Transform data option will be there. See there? there is an option is going to be there in the home ribbon. Directly we have the button called as transform data. So put a pointer there. Use the Power Query editor to connect. There also we can connect to the data, guys. Prepare and transform the data. We can do the preparation, and whatever the transformations you require, we can do the required transformations, guys. See there? I'm just clicking on transform data here now. Just click on the transform data. So once if you click on the transform data, you can see a completely different environment. So one or two classes, a little bit confusion, guys. So here we can see this is your Power BI desktop. There we can see report view, table view. I explain you the concept now. Report view, table view, data, the model view, and it is going to be DAX query view. On the right hand side, we are having a filters pane, visualizations pane, data pane, etc. But in the Power Query editor, guys, you don't see those options, guys. We don't see those options. We don't have any report view, table view options will not be there. See there? In the middle, you can see the table, guys, the table data. On the left-hand side, we can see the tables. They are called as queries. And the right-hand side, we are having query settings are there. That's it, guys. And these are all the options, whatever we can do, guys. See there, just even if you don't have the idea about that, just I want to show you transform. A transform, for example, guys, see there, here the data is in completely in the, let us say completely in the capital case. But I want to convert this completely into the lower case. What we have to do? Which option we have to do? There is an option is there, format. I want to convert this into lower case. I done a transformation, guys. Price column. What is this price column? The price column, we are having a data. It's a mathematical column. I want to find out the square root of these numbers. Why should I do that? Means that is a later class. For the timing, I want to find out the square root. So square root is a scientific calculation. In that we have a function called as n square root. Automatically, it will find out square root of all these numbers. Here there is a mileage column is there, numerical column, scientific. I want to perform a logarithmic value to the base 10. I want to perform some kind of a base 10 calculation. I want to do that. See guys, I'm doing a transformations. So all these transformations are going to be reflected here, guys. See there, go to the data here now. Where is the table I selected? User cars. See the difference carefully, guys. Here, if we can see, model is in the lower case. Here, the model is in capital case. This is what the data we imported initially, but this is a transformed data. Price column, we calculated square root, but still price is normal price only, no square root. Mileage, we calculated logarithmic, but there is no logarithmic value. See there, this is the data, guys. See, click on which is going to be. Here also it is already detected, guys. There are pending changes in your queries that have not been applied. So this is going to be the changes. I'll tell you, very simple, don't worry. So in the home ribbon, here we have an option called as an apply. Once if you click on apply, then these changes will be reflected here, guys. So this is the data. This is the data which we use it for reporting. So what data you require in the report, all these things we have to make the changes using this particular the Power Query editor, guys. This is what we call it as Power Query editor. Okay. So anyhow, today that is the introduction will be there. So why do you require this Power Query editor, and what is the main options we have to cover there? Okay, easy to understand, guys. See on the left hand side, there are some tables are there. Some 7 tables are there, what we call it as queries. So yeah, so today there is only matter of which is going to be 7 tables, guys. So 7 tables means very easily we can work with them. For example, if I ask you to select, let us say that insurance table. Yes, I have an insurance table here now. Fact internet sales table is there. Medals by country, just now I imported the data. Something we can see the data. But in real time, how do you work with this data, guys? In real time, we are going to work with, for example, when I'm working for a company, we'll work with various departments in the company, HR department, sales department. We have someone in other departments, operations department, etc. So what are the tables related to HR data? HR data means like employees, salaries, okay, those kind of a thing. Sales order, products, customers, etc. Some operations department, etc. So see, today we are having only just a matter of 7 tables. I don't have any issue, guys. Easily I can look at the tables and I can identify them. But in real time, there may be 80, 90 tables may be there. Then how do you know that which table we have to use? So I want to generate some reports for HR department. So what tables I have to use? I want to search for the tables. So instead of searching the tables like this, guys, the easiest option is going to be nothing but we have a simple option called as normally, guys, we all of you know that, right? In our system, what we'll do when you have multiple files are there, what you are going to do, all the files, we don't put it in a single folder, right? We are going to create some folders, each folder separately. All the files which are related to some, let us say Power BI training, it is going to be in one folder. All the files which are related to some data science into another folder, isn't it? So on the desktop itself, we can see I have so many folders on my desktop, right? So see there, these are going to be some related to something called as a Power BI files. These are related to something like a data science files are there. So SQL project, something called as an healthcare is there. These are Power BI. This is going to be data sets are there. Case study one is there. I have multiple folders are there. Class notes is there. In the class notes also, again, I have a multiple folders will be there. So generally, how do you maintain? Yes, Hanuman, do you have any questions? I didn't get your question, Hanuman. Okay, let's continue, guys, then. Okay, let's continue. So what we are discussing here is, so what we are discussing here is, how do you generally maintain the folders to maintain all these files separately? Here also, we can create some kind of a groups, guys. Groups are nothing but folder kind of a thing. See, very easy, guys. See, on the left-hand side, we have the queries now, guys. Right click, we are having something called as a new group was there. So very simple, guys. New group was there. Say that, let us say that it is HR group. See there, guys, automatically there is an HR group was created. And along with that, we can also see something called as an other queries are also there, guys. See there, other queries. You can see which is going to be other queries also. What that's like, it is going to be else part. All the files related to HR folder, remaining whatever that is left over. But sir, I didn't get any files into the HR folder. So what you have to do? Simple, guys. I want to put some files here, guys. Simple, drag it. How do you put it from one folder to another folder, guys? Drag it and drop it there, guys. Automatically, you can see the files are moving from one folder to another folder. Or even right click on that, we have an option is there, guys. Move to the group, to the HR group. Like I can create another group I can create in, guys. Let us say that this is going to be something like a sales group. So see, fact internet sales. This is the data related to sales. Right click there, move to the group. Which group? HR group or sales group? I want to move to the sales group. Like that, guys, I can just manage these particular files individually. Instead of putting all the files in a single folder, what I'm doing, guys, I am putting them into multiple folders like this, guys. See there? Multiple folders like that, so that easily we can access it. So whatever the tables which are related to HR department, 3 tables are there. I can select like this. Sales department, 1 table, and others, there are going to be 3 tables are there. So like this, we can select we can just put it in a groups like this. And we can also import the data, guys. How to import the data? Very simple. See, select the folder. Here also we have the option, guys. New sources. You can import the data, guys. More option. Same previously, whatever in the Power BI desktop, whatever the option we got, same option as it is, guys. No difference in the option. Again, I can select the text or a CSV file. Let us say that in HR department, just an example, guys, whatever the data you require. For example, I'm selecting the data related to some other data will do. Just give me a second. Like for example, HR data means employees, right? So we have a table called as which is nothing but dim employees table, dim customers table is there. For example, I'll select the dim customers table, click on open, guys. Can you see? This is going to be the data, what we can see that. Just click on OK. There are multiple ways to import the data sets, guys. There are multiple ways are there. It's not just 1 or 2 options are there. There are multiple ways we can import the data, guys. Even directly from here only we can import the data, guys. See there? Directly select the folder, sales data was there. Right click and new query was there. Same option is there, more. I select the more option here, guys, and we can select the required file, whatever the file you require. Text or a CSV file, I'm selecting this. Text or a CSV file, click on connect. And I'm going to select the file. So some sales data, right? So let me select some kind of an sales data was there. I think I have some data related to sales also. Sample sales.csv file. Click on OK. Some data is there, guys. So just selecting the required folder, whatever you want, or we can move from one somewhere to another where. See, date is there and quantity is there. From which date, what is the date is there, and what is going to be the quantity sold, something like that. So I kept it into the sales folder, what we can see. In the sales folder, I kept this particular sales data like this. So date and quantity. So that is the way how we have to work with this kind of a technique, what we have to work with them. So here also we can import the data, guys. Here also we can simply import the data and we can work with this particular data, guys. Okay. The second thing is, one more thing is, guys, every time we don't import the data, that means, see, sometimes whenever I want to explain some concept, see, I'll use as a real data sets only, we'll use as, guys. For example, I want to show you some data here, guys. For example, dim customer data was there. See there is something called as a birth date. Now, from this birth date, I want to pick what is the day of the week, whether it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it is. 6/10/1971, guys. Just imagine 1971 data means, how can you remember? We cannot identify, right? So 6th December 1971, what is the day of the week? I cannot find it off. I cannot do that. I can do that. I have to go to the calendar, go to 1971, and then we have to do that. But instead of taking 6th October 1971, if I say that what is going to be first, or let us say that what is going to be 1st July 2024, maybe, guys, maybe if you remember 1st July is going to be nothing but it comes on Monday. Okay. Or 1st January 2024, it is Monday, guys. See, because I regularly work on dates, guys, you may not remember maybe 1st July, but I will remember because I can remember, because frequently in that month I'll work. But after 2 months, if you ask me what is 1st July, I cannot say that. At that time, if I'm working on September, I can know what is 1st September 2024 will be there. And 1st January 2024, it is Monday, guys, because I remembered on 31st we celebrated on Sunday. So first is going to be obviously, which is Monday, guys. So that's why what I will do is, guys, sometimes we will also enter the data manually. We can also enter the data manually, guys. Can you see that? Here we have an option called as an enter data was there. So just enter data. Just like how the Excel sheet will open the data, guys, just like that it will be there. Only thing is, just we have to add up the column. See, employee number, employee name, salary, department number. Just click on the plus symbol, guys, it will add a new column, or press the tab key also, it will add a new column. Employee number 1001, ABCD, salary 2000, department number of 20. Next 1002, XYZ 1500, department number of 30. Like this, guys. 1003, some name PQRS, some salary of some 4000, department number of 10. Something like this, guys. 1004. Any name, guys, it is going to be EFGH, some salary 5000, department number of 20. You can add up as much data you require, give whatever the name of the table you require, guys. I said employees. Okay. Got the point, guys. Sometimes we will also enter the data manually. So don't think that every data we are selecting, every data we are getting here is always imported from a CSV file. Some files either we can import the data, guys, or either just it is going to be either we can enter the data also. Okay, fine. So this is going to be something about the queries, guys. Just we can minimize it. You can't close it, but we can minimize it. Okay, fine. This is fine, guys. I think hope all of you understood how to group them. I done the grouping, guys. Total 10 tables are there. So today I think we imported 2 files. One is one is going to be some data related to dim customer and some data related to some medals. And I entered 1 data. Total there are 10 tables are there. And how to create the folders? Directly from here only we can import it, guys. So directly if you want from sales data, right click on this. Either new query. Directly we can select the option. Or else simple, we can enter the data option. But our main important is, guys, on the right hand side, there must be one query settings window has to come, guys. That is the main important concept. But see, I don't see the query settings. Maybe unknowingly I have closed it, guys. No worries. Don't worry. If you don't see the query settings window on the right hand side, select it. So select a table, guys. Can you see the table? Once you select a table, then the query settings is coming, guys. Otherwise the query settings does not come. Sometimes even you may close it also, guys. See, query settings is there. We closed it. Query settings is there. We closed in, guys. Okay. Now don't worry. See, very careful, guys. Can you see there is an option called as a view option is there? Click on the view option and click on query settings, guys. So unfortunately, unknowingly, if you close it, guys, if you close it directly, what we can do is, guys, we can just select this option here now. Go to the view menu. We'll see the remaining menu options later, guys. Just we have a query settings is there. Close or hide, anything is the fine case. See there? We can just have a look at this particular concept called as, which is nothing but either close it or hide it, guys. Simple, I can say hide it now. See there? I'm going to be hide it, guys. Simple, close it, hide it, close it, hide it. So just open it. If you unfortunately close it, don't worry about that. Let me tell you about what exactly these two mean to say that. Query settings, properties, it is telling about what is the name of the table. And observe carefully, guys, applied steps is there. Later we'll see all properties is nothing but different way. Leave it, does not matter. Come here, applied steps. So what are the steps that we have applied to the particular query, guys? Okay, so as I said that, we are going to perform some transformations here, guys, isn't it? We are going to perform the transformations, lot of transformations we are going to do. For example, let us say that, just an example, guys. This particular column, I selected and I done some option called as one scientific operation square root. Let me do one thing. Just give me a second once. Select the bronze column and I selected a scientific operation called as an square root. I selected the gold column and I performed a factorial. Third column, I selected some statistical operations. I divided this number by some 10 or some 23. Click on OK. Now see, guys, this is the data what I am having. But how this data I got? Is it the data directly imported from the CSV file? No, guys. The data after the data, whatever we imported, we modified the data, no, guys. Bronze, gold, silver, we have modified the data. So what modifications you have done on this table, that you can see it here, guys. See there? There are some steps are there. Calculated the square root. You calculated the factorial. This is divided the column. That means whenever you apply any transformations to the table, all the transformations information will be maintained in this particular applied steps, guys. That is called as a step. Sir, what is the necessity of maintaining the steps here, guys? There are two reasons are there. One is, as you know that you are not a permanent employee in a company, isn't it? Maybe you work for 2 years, you worked for 3 years. After that, you left the company. You've done some transformations to the table. Now somebody has been appointed in your place. Now when he opened this Power Query editor, this is the data what he can see. Then how the person knows that what transformations we applied here now. So how this data came. So for that, what he will simply do is, guys, he will go to the query settings. He will come to know about what are the changes we have been applying. But do you observe or not, for every file you imported, guys, there are some steps are already applied. Sir, I didn't apply any steps. Sir, I didn't apply any steps. Why the steps are coming? Observe carefully. Select the step one by one, guys. See, this is your source. Observe the data carefully, guys. This kind of a GUI tools, mainly just observation is going to be important here, guys. Observe the table carefully, guys. When I imported the data, this is your data that was imported from the CSV file. See there, column 1, column 2, and the date and the quantity is available here, guys. See, it didn't read the data in a correct way, guys. The header was there in the first row because every column will have an header, guys. See there, it didn't take in the column header. Initially, when I read the data, column 1 and column 2 is the name of the column, and the data is nothing but entire data. It contains header as well as data was there. See there, from where this data has been imported, can you observe carefully, guys? Behind the every step, there is beside the every step, there is an edit button was there, guys. Click on the edit button. It will tell you from where you have imported the data, guys. It was imported from the file called as sales.csv file, which is there in the data folder and the C drive. What is the delimiter? It's a delimited file, guys. It's having a comma separator, hash separator, or a semicolon separator. Some data will be there. So it will tell you from where the data was imported. Initially, when data was imported, guys, this is the data what it was read. After that, what happened here is, guys, promoted the headers. That means automatically, I didn't apply the steps, guys. Automatically, the Power BI automatically applies some steps like headers, promoted the headers, guys. See there, what happened now? See, when I read the data, when the data was there in the source, this is the data, guys. After reading the data from the source, I promoted the headers. Now see, date and quantity has become the headers and the data has been perfectly, it was aligned here. And one more thing also, guys, I'll explain it later. On the left hand side of every column, there is something ABC, ABC. What is that? It's a data type. By default, when Power BI imports the data from any file, guys, by default, it will treat it as an text column. So ABC stands for text. Okay. So later I'll explain this concept more details, guys. Automatically, but okay, but this is not a text, guys. It is a date and time, or it is a date. And these are going to be something like an whole numbers. Automatically, Power BI will automatically perform these operations, guys. See there, it has changed the type. So it selected, we imported the data, guys. It promoted the headers and it has changed the data type. Automatically, it will apply some few steps automatically by itself, guys. From now onwards, whatever the steps we applied here now, for example, if I apply a step here, guys, simple, I applied there. Let us say that unknowingly or just maybe wrongly, I calculated the square root. So square root has been calculated. See that step is applied here now. Calculated the square root. Now what you want to do, guys, I want to undo the step. Simple, beside every step, guys, there is a delete button will be there or a delete icon will be there. Just click on that. Automatically the step will be deleted. That means you are something like undoing the option. See there, somebody has opened this file, guys. As I said that we left the company. So what changes you have done? Calculated based on algorithm or based on logarithm, delete the step. After that, before that, calculated the square root, delete the step. You converted into lowercase text. Do you want to see? Select the option. It will tell you. Where is the change has been taken place? You can observe here is, guys. Modal column is changing from capital case to lowercase. Delete the step automatically, guys. Delete the change the data type. Automatically, what will happen? All of them are going to be strings. Delete the promoted the headers, guys. See there? Column names are there in the first row and all the column names are there. Don't worry. I know how to perform this, guys. Okay. There is an option is there. Use the first row as the header. Automatically, this is going to be promoting as a headers, guys. And see, I promoted header, automatically data types has been changed. So some of the operations will be done by the Power BI automatically by itself. So mainly there are two reasons, guys. How you got this table after importing the data? What are the steps we applied? To get this data, what are the changes we have done to know that? And in one more case is, in the case whenever you want to undo the steps. For example, if there is no log is there, guys, how can you undo the step? Again, we have to reload the data. That's why what we did is, guys, directly it will maintain the transformation. So know what transformations are applied. Let us say that after some, after some days, let us say that my client is saying that all the color names should come in the capital case. Just an example. All the color names in the capital case, okay, uppercase. All the model names in the lower case. So that also I converted into lower case. And all the transmission is capitalized first character, A capital remaining in the lower case. Okay, A capital in the remaining lower case. So that is nothing but capitalize each word. So I converted into lower case, I converted into capital case, I capitalized each word. But after some time, my client is saying that based on this data, only reports are created, guys. Right now, we didn't created the reports, right? That is the reason you cannot understand the scenarios. So now after some time, my client said that, no, I don't want the model in lowercase like this. Keep it as it is, whatever the case we have it. So see there, this is a step we have applied now, guys. Where is a step? This is a step we applied. Generally, what we'll do is, that's why to identify them, we'll rename them also, guys. Uppercase of text. Which one is converted into uppercase of text, guys? Rename. We're renaming, guys. What is the step? We are converting the color to, because so that you can identify. So color converted to, or color transformed to, let us say that to uppercase. Okay, who is converted into lowercase text, guys? Rename it. This is nothing but model. It is going to be transformed to, which is going to be lowercase. And what is the capitalize each word? Rename it. which one has been done? It is going to be transmission, so that you can identify which step is for which column. So transmission, let us say that transformer 2, which is going to be capitalized. Capitalized means first character will be capital case, remaining characters are going to be into the lowercase, guys. Okay, now you can observe the concept, guys. Now you can observe the concept. Which step you want to remove? So saying that my model should be converted into the same case. Where is the model? This is a step. Delete the step, guys. Delete the step, undo the step. Do you want to sure to delete the step? Yes, I want to delete it. Done, guys. It has been again came to the capital case as usually. Again, do you want to insert the step? Again, you can insert the step here, guys. So right click and again, whatever you want, there are multiple ways are there. Simple, what we are going to do is from here also, we can see whatever the step after. I want to apply one step after this. Yes, I want to insert it. So what step you want to apply? We have to specify the step. So later we'll see all those particular applications. So whenever you want to undo a step, or whenever you want to know what steps has been applied, for all these things, we are going to use this. What is this query settings? We are going to use it, guys. Whenever we applied a step, immediately one step is going to be gets applied here, guys, automatically. Yeah, just give me a second, guys. I'll be back. Just give me a second. I'll be back. Right. Sorry, guys. Just I got a call. Yeah. So this is the way, guys. So this is the way how we have to work with them. So mainly two reasons. One is either to undo the step, or whenever you want to know what are the steps we have been applied, we have to identify, guys. See there. Sometimes you may have a 4 steps also will be there. Don't get confused. See there. This is the data which was imported from an Excel sheet, guys. See, this is your source. This is your source. But see the difference, guys. Normal CSV file, when you see the source, directly we can see the data. But in Excel sheet, we don't have whenever we imported the data from Excel sheet source, you don't see the data, guys. Why? Because an Excel file is a collection of sheets. See there? It is showing you what are the names of the sheets. What are the names of the sheets? Can you see very clearly? Kind is going to be sheet. Hidden, false. Data, table, item, it is going to be. So that's why one more extra step will be there. So to which file it has to navigate? DIM product has to navigate to which one? So navigation is going to be belonging to, click on the edit button, guys. You can see there. DIM product has been navigated to DIM product table. That means it is referencing to this sheet, guys. This is a sheet name. In the AdventureWorks 2017.xlsx file, this is going to be referencing to this particular sheet, guys. For example, if you change this sheet, guys, see what will happen now. Total data changes, guys. You observe the data. Total data is going to be changes, guys. See, completely data was changed. You see the data. Completely data was changed, guys. DIM product is now referencing to some other table, guys. I think as of my knowledge, this is related to some DIM geography table. Got the point, guys? So like this, we can edit. So what you can do, guys? Simple. I can just go for the removing of steps. Whatever the steps you apply, you can apply the steps and we can change it. Let me change it to DIM product table, guys. Click on OK. Automatically, data will be changes back to the table. So there is one extra step is there. Source, navigation. So we have changed the navigation, promoted the headers, changing of data types, and all the remaining steps are applied, guys. You can remove the remaining steps, guys. These are unnecessary steps we have been applied. So because we have changed the data, right? That is the reason why it is going to be showing you. But anyhow, right now it is not that much important, guys. I just want to make you understand that whenever we import any data or whenever we created a query here, how the query was formed, it is going to show you all the steps here, guys. So these steps will be useful in the later classes, as I already shown you in the last class also, guys. Let me open a, see, there are one, don't think that there are only 4 or 5, these are going to be there, guys. I'll show you. Morning 8 a.m. batch was there. Morning 8 a.m. batch was there already. They completed the transformations. They already completed the transformations. I just want to show you how many steps they have applied just to show you, guys. How many steps they applied? Still, actually, I have deleted some of the steps also, but how many steps they have applied, I want to show you once. Let me show you the batch 8 AM file. Same technique. They didn't started with any visualizations as of now. But how many tables are there? Let us observe once. In your project, we are having only how many tables? 10 tables are there. Right now, how many tables are there, guys? 57 tables are there. Almost all 60 tables are there, guys. Almost all. And see each and every example, if you can see how many steps has been applied, guys. Can you see there? Source. This is the source data, guys. After that, changing of data type, remove the columns, changing of data type, duplicate the column, duplicated the column, renamed the column, extracted the date, extracted the time, duplicated the column, again duplicated the column, again duplicated the column, renamed the column name. See, each and every step you can see it, guys. How many steps? Observe carefully. So many steps, guys, not just 1 or 2 steps, right? So each and every table I'm showing you, there are some steps are applied, guys. There are some steps are applied. See their customers table, how many steps we applied, guys? Isn't it? So something like that. For every table, how you got this table? So I got this data by reading the data, guys. When I read the data, this is the data, guys. Then changed the data type, added some conditional column. After that, I inserted some multiplication, inserted another multiplication, inserted some addition, and duplicated the column like this. So what are the steps we applied? Each and every step you can select it and we can do that. Right click there, delete until the end. I deleted all the steps, guys. So whatever the data we initially imported, the data will be there. I can delete this step, but I can't delete this step. I can't delete it, guys. This step you can't delete. Why? Because source is mandatory, right? I can't delete the source. After the source, whatever the steps are there, if you want, you can delete it, guys. So what we have to do, X and Y data was there. Only thing is I have to change the data type. So changing of data type is very easy, guys. See there, automatically it applied a step called as a change type has been applied. So sometimes it may be 2 steps, sometimes it may be 3 steps. Okay, sometimes it may be 4 steps. See there, sometimes you are having 20, 30 steps are there, guys. See there, how many steps we applied each and everything. So like this, whenever we applied any steps, guys, each and every step is going to be shown you here to understand how you got this particular data. Let me close it, guys.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yeah, yes, yeah.
What in such case, like they didn't rename those steps? How do we identify for which column this step is
You have
applied?
to, yeah, that is the problem, right? That is the reason why what we have to do is we have to rename the steps. Okay. So in the case
Yeah,
of
we do that, but earlier if we got the data from the other person and he has not renamed it, how
then
do
you
we
have to
identify in
verify,
such
then you have to
scenarios?
verify it manually. Generally in industry standards, everyone
Okay.
has to follow some standards. See, whenever you don't know what happened here now, see, I can verify that. So this is just carefully. If it is a small data, you can identify that, but it's a large data set, I cannot identify, right? See, I
Yeah.
calculated the square root here now. So what square root we have been applied? Yes, if we click, if you just select it here now, so it is going to be calculated square root. So which column is changing? You can observe carefully. Can you see that? Which column is changing?
Yeah. So I think from the query we can see the above this column names, right? There is a query in that the column name is mentioned. No, it is not.
No. See,
Okay.
yes, you can see that. So column, the transformations, all these things we can
Yeah,
see.
it is
Yes,
mentioned.
it is
Silver is
mentioned.
the
Yes. But see,
yeah, it
that
is
is going to be
mentioned.
something.
Yeah.
Even if you want, see this, whatever this formula window, there are multiple options are there. So now, can you observe carefully now? Is the formulas visible now to you? See, there are different issues are there. So if you have the formula bar has been hidden now, again, we have to search for the this bar and
No,
we
it
can
is
verify that. Yes, calculated the square root of which column. Sometimes it is not a small script. Sometimes it may be lengthy script also will be written. It's a little bit confusion. We can find it off. There are multiple ways are there.
yeah.
But generally in real time, what will happen here is they will write. That's the reason everyone has to write it. So then only we have to edit the step. Why do you apply this? In real time also when you're doing a programming, for every step, you have to write a documentation. Why you are adding this step or what is the logic for this so that the other person can understand it. Otherwise, we have a multiple options are there. So right now, either by selecting small data set, we can do that. Sometimes even by using some scripting, what we have been written here also, we can identify what exactly the operation has been taken place. Okay, fine. Okay, so that's it, guys. That is going to be the one which we can talk about for the discussion. So mainly queries on the left hand side, query settings on the right hand side, guys. So unfortunately, if you close the query settings, don't worry. There is a view menu is there. Click on the query settings, guys. Okay. So that's why, and that is one thing what we can do. So tomorrow I'm going to start with these option. I'm going to start with this, guys. So new sources, enter the data, these are going to be little bit different concepts, guys, which I'll discuss it later. So from here, we are going to start it in the tomorrow's class. From here onwards, guys, from here to here, we'll discuss about them. Okay, first we'll cover all these things, choosing the columns, removing of columns, keeping the rows, removing the rows. These options, right now, we don't discuss it. Later, we'll discuss about sorting, ascending, descending order, changing of data type, using the first row as a header, replacing of values, merging of queries, appending the queries. After completion of this, then we'll go for the transform ribbon. Okay, then add column, then view. Once you complete all of them, then we'll start with the visualization, guys. Okay, so don't worry, slowly we'll start with them one by one, starting with the basic level. 1 or 2 days, slowly we'll go them. And after that, once the main topic starts, I'll do a lot of examples practically, guys. Okay, so that's it for the today's class from my side, just for today's topic here. Anyone, guys, any questions?
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hi, this is Jaya here.
Yeah.
I have one question. I mean, not the transformations, about getting the data from different sources. Sorry, I joined late this morning.
Okay.
I just want to ask you, when we are actually getting the data from other sources, in this course, are we going to cover getting the data from other ERPs, like, for example, D365 Finance and Operations? Because the reason I'm asking is I need to know how to create financial statements and all that.
Yes. Yeah. Understood your point. But see, the thing is, just think about that. Obviously, if you want to work with such kind of an ERP systems, first of all, we should also have the access for the ERP system for our batch. That's it. And everyone is not from your team, right? Is participants or not, everyone is not from your team. Different level people will be there. So what we will do is, generalized sources are like CSV file, Excel sheets. These are going to be some of the sources what I will generally explain them, because everybody can access them. Okay. So coming to the particular application, so we'll think about that. Like what type of ERP system we are going to be using. Like as of my knowledge, for example, if I search for something like SAP, so we are having some kind of a SAP ERP systems are available by default inbuilt. Okay. But if you want to work with some other third-party tools, then we have to require some other API connectivities will be there.
Right.
Like
okay.
same like your requirement. Recently, somebody has asked me about how to connecting Power BI through Jira. To the Jira, they want to connect it. So Power BI connectivity, we are having a connectivity is there, connect to, which is nothing but there is asking about Jira API. So see, I just given an idea. Even I also don't have the idea about that, how to work with them. But I explored the concept and I explained that how to work with this one. So same like this, if you also want to work with that, if you just give me the idea, just if you give me your requirement, I can help you how to do that. But obviously there will be connectivity will be there.
Of course, I think it should be like a OData something,
Maybe.
isn't
Yes,
it?
absolutely. So we are having some kind of a different types of data sources are there. So based on that, if you give me the idea about that, we are having the options here now. Okay. So we have something called as an OData feed, but I also don't have the idea about what is this, right? So different systems are going to be there, but I can help you to find out what is the solution for that.
Right. Okay. So for example, if I got the connection ready and if I'm able to get the data, or if I'm able to access those tables, we can use those tables and then we can try and
Yes, absolutely.
Fine. Okay. That's what I wanted to check actually, because that's very important for me.
Yeah. But you have to think, you also check it out once, how to connect with Power BI with your required software. As of now, just whether the connectivity is there, any resources will be there, how to connect it. Obviously, it will try to connect it, but maybe they don't have a direct connections. Through some APIs, we have to connect it, or through some other type of services, we have to connect it. But there will be some solution for that.
Okay. Thank you.
So do you want to, did you got the approval to do this in your project, or do you have to search?
No, I think they will be able to set up the connection and everything, but
Then
I will
obviously,
be.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. If there is there, if it is already approved, so obviously the connection will be there. But we
Yeah.
have to find out how to do that.
Yeah, connection will be there.
Yeah.
For me, I think I need to know the data entities, like
Mm,
what table got to the data, what I
Okay.
need. For example, if I need to create a financial
Mm,
statement,
Yeah.
I need to
So
know which
know what are the
tables to
tables you
take.
have to connect it.
Yeah. So I think that is not going to be a problem, right? That we
That may
can.
not a problem. So check it out how you are connecting with that. See, some companies what they will do is they will develop their own APIs.
Yeah.
So if there is no connectivity, what they will do is they will develop some own APIs. Some nowadays we are having some REST API. API creations are also easy. That is not our work basically. But once in your company, once you are connected, you need not to ever about that. That particular team technical team will create that particular API to you. You have to use it.
Exactly. And then the connection side is fine. And then once I'm able to get those tables,
remaining things are the same.
The remaining things are the
remaining
same.
things
then
are
we
the
can
same.
work on the same thing and do whatever we need to do, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Fine. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Fine.
you.
Right.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Anyone,
Thank
guys?
you.
Any more questions? Right. Yes. Yes, Vijayendra. Yes. I have not understand the navigation step. Okay, I'll explain it tomorrow once again. Already time is 10:35. So we'll connect it in the tomorrow's class. We'll just connect it. I'll explain it one more time in the navigation pane. Right. Okay. Fine. Right. Okay. That's it for the today's class. Yeah. Yes.
One more last question.
Yeah.
Because I think I joined half an hour late. So do I get the recorded session of this as well?
Yes. Once you registered for this course, have you registered or not registered for the course?
I have sent all the details, but these are the queries I wanted. Then they said ask the
then
questions in the class.
We will get the recordings once you registered for the course. You will get the access to the Google Drive. From the Google Drive, you will get the today's recording session. In the case if you join 30 minutes late, now you don't get the access. Maybe whether you got the access or not, I don't know. But once you registered, then you will get that. Then you will get it.
And also, if we have questions while we are working on things, how do we actually contact you? Is it only in the class?
No. We'll create a group. We'll create one Telegram group. We'll create it. You can post your questions in the Telegram group. But don't expect the response immediately because see, I'll be in the classes, right? Generally, maximum I'll respond it. Just don't ask me just instant answers for that. So just give me some time. I'll give you I'll answer your questions. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Any more guys? Okay, so I'll give the access also, guys. I'll give you the today's data sets also. Just give me a second. If anyone wants to download, you can quickly download, guys. One is user cars data set. I'll give you all the data sets, guys. Don't worry. This is going to be 1 month. So sorry, it's a medals data set. One is going to be insurance data set is going to be one more data set. Insurance data set, guys. Just few data sets I'm sharing with you. You can select the data set, guys. Like we have a dim customer data was there. Okay, so these are the data sets, guys. Even this sales.csv file, one more also, right? Sales dot, which is going to be CSV file. Yes. So I'm sharing the data sets in the chat window. So everyone, you can just download the data sets, guys. So I just shared it. As of now, I shared it in the chat window. Please download it. Just give me 1 or 2 days of time. Once you get the access to the drive, I'll give the access to the drive, guys. So I shared the data sets. Please, all of you can download it, guys. Right? So you can just please download and you can you can log off, guys. Because once if I log off, if I end the session, you cannot download them. So I'm just keeping the session on. Whoever has completed the download, you can just disconnect. You can log off from the session, guys. And we'll connect in the tomorrow's class. Right, guys, all of you. Just for today, I'll end up the session. Session will be on, guys. You can download it. So we'll continue tomorrow at the same time, guys. Okay. Thanks, all of you, guys. Right. I think hope all of you have downloaded the data sets, guys. All of you. Shall I end up the session, guys? Okay. I'm ending the session for today. We'll connect in the tomorrow's class. Thanks, all of you, guys.